Hello, it's another video, and today we are working on the GTR. As you can see, current situation, I'm in the middle, I've got quite a few projects on the go at the moment. So as you can see, the K-Works is, well, you probably can't see, the K-Works is in pieces. The GTR is in pieces, and I've been doing a few little things on the Jimny as well. So yeah, it's winter, so there's not much driving for at least these two cars. So basically it's all hands on deck, getting them ready for the next season, or yeah, when it gets better weather again. Today we are working on the GTR. From the previous video you will have seen we refreshed the headlights, so they're waiting to go back in. So I said in the previous video I wasn't planning to refit them until I've done this task. So at the end of this task, it should all hopefully come together. We should have new headlights and today's mission. This video again will probably be filmed over a couple of days, so there will be continuity errors. Let's not look into that. But yeah, let's have a look, or let's show you what I'm fitting. On the previous GTR video, you would have seen me point to this box. What's in this box? As you can see, it is from HKS, and inside we have, can you see that? So as you can see, lots of piping. So this is the kit for the intercooler, the hard piping kit for the intercooler. So it's replacing the old rubber type for hard pipes, basically. Now, I'm not just fitting the intercooler pipes because they're going alongside this. This is the Nismo 40th anniversary intercooler upgrade. So I believe the original's maybe a 75mm. This is now a 100mm intercooler. So this combined with the hard pipes is going to make quite a difference, I think. So the 40th anniversary means that it has the older Nismo logo on it compared to the newer kind of Nismo logo. I really like this because it kind of keeps in with the theme of the car. I've got lots of older Nismo parts on it. As you've seen before, the Nismo wheels, 40th anniversary. I'm now going to have the Nismo intercooler. So yeah, it's all going to kind of tie in with that nice retro kind of 90s or late 80s, 90s Nismo styling. So yeah, let's get this on. This is really heavy, by the way. First things first, we need to start stripping things off the car. Probably the steps will be remove the old intercooler, remove the old piping, refit the new piping, and then refit the new intercooler. Let's get cracking. So let's see what we're playing with. Here's the instructions from the HKS kit. So it looks like we are probably going to be removing this pipe. Yeah, so I think this is going to stay the same, this is going to stay. So this one is this configuration, this bit here is this configuration. So it looks like we're removing all of this one here. I'm going to replace it with one piece here, the one piece there. Then these 1, 2, 3 pieces maybe will be replaced by 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 pieces. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start by loosening off these pipes and getting them free from the intercooler. And then that should be a fairly easy thing to take the intercooler out, he says. As we all know, that's not how things go when you're doing stuff on cars. So this has probably been on there a fair while, so I think the rubber's going to probably be a little bit stuck to the intercooler after a few heat cycles. So I'm just getting a screwdriver in there to free it off, basically. I'm also going to free off the other end of it, which is up here. Okay, that's come off, but it's come off in the wrong direction to where I want it to be. Oh, okay, we're off. So yeah, that's this hose off. Yeah, it's good. What is nice to see is there's no oil residue in there. So that's a nice telltale sign for the health of the engine. So we'll put that to one side. So that's one pipe off now. So we just need to get the other pipe off the other side. Same process. So I'm glad I took the wheel arch liners out, because you need to get to one of these Jubilee clips, you need to come in through the wheel well here. That was well worth doing. Okay, that is the other pipe off now. So again, there's no oil residue in there, which is really nice to see. Or very slight oil residue, but nothing, you know, it's not dripping out of there like I've seen in some cars before. So I think basically all that leaves now is these two bolts here on the lower part of the intercooler. Now they're held in the top here by some rubber mounts, so I think once I undo it, it should kind of tilt the bottom forwards and drop down. So let's see if we can do that. So we'll see if we can get this off. One side up. There's something in the middle. Well, okay, there's one in the middle as well. Now, I don't think the middle one is actually supporting it. I think it supports the recirculation pipe for the blow-offs. Okay, so now, oh, there's a clip come off. It should just be a case. Not quite as easy as first thought. So I think the lower brackets probably need to come off as well, because I can see them interfering in getting this off. So it's getting caught on this side, driver's side, because of the HKS oil cooler pipes, but I think I've got it now. And there we go. One old intercooler out. And yeah, I can see this is much thinner than the new one, but with the new one, it's going to pose an interesting thing because it's going to be that much tighter up against this crash bar. So I'm going to have to pay attention when I'm fitting that. I'll probably keep the cardboard on it because I don't want it rubbing on this, but that means it's going to be even tighter to refit. But anyway, let's get these intercooler pipes on first and then we can look at the intercooler. Okay, so we're here to fitting the intercooler pipes now. So I've had a look at the instructions. I can't see any meaningful correlation between these numbers and the numbers that are on this instructions. So I'm going to go by the picture, I think, of what I believe it should look like. I'm pretty sure these smaller ones, so it's one piece that fits in this corner, which means it's going to be one of the larger pieces for sure. So I've got two small pieces, which I'm pretty sure are going to fit down here, same as this one. Yeah, so actually, no, I can see it now. This is the one that I removed the other side, so that ties up to this one. So that's the other side. So this one, this longer one, must be that way around. Yes. Okay. So this one is for this side. And it's even got an arrow on it for the flow. So that's nice. Okay, so that goes up here then. So that's going to obviously be fitted with one of these. Now I'm going to have to get all these HKS silicone hoses in the right direction, aren't I? So we obviously need two Jubilees for this side. One is going to go here, but we need to make it accessible. So I think probably that angle is pretty good. So let's see. I can probably leave them off for now because I can just slip them on after. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that thunder. I think it's going to be easy to slip this silicone hose on this side first. Yes, for sure. So that's on this side first, and then put this one on. Nice, okay. So that's that on, but I don't know where it needs to sit until I get the new intercooler on. So I'm just going to leave it at this angle for now. I'll put my Jubilee clips on later because I think they're just going to fall off at the moment. So that's one done. I do believe though, looking at this, I might have been mistaken. I think we do need, on top of this, up here, into the plenum, another piece, which is part 4. So let's get that bit removed, I guess. Okay, so this pipe at the top here, connected to the plenum, this has got to come off as well. So let's make a start at getting that off, because it looks like there is a pipe to replace this. I don't know if you can hear the garage doors rattling around. So basically in Toyama, well, not just Toyama, but this area, there's a huge cold front coming in. And on Monday, so in 2 days time, it's gonna be super heavy snowfall. So we're expecting the most in the last 10 years of snowfall. So today, we've had some pretty strong winds coming in. And interestingly, even though it's really cold, because it hits the mountains, it creates kind of a bit of a thunderstorm. So that's probably what you can hear in the background. I appreciate you probably can't see a great deal with the position you're at, but I don't really know where's better to put you. Ooh, it's blowing a bit of a gale out there now. But I've got this pipe freed off, just working it loose on the bottom end there. Now this one is pretty tough to get at. I think the other side shouldn't be too bad, because I can take a lot of this airbox out and get to most of that. So I think this will be the more difficult side. There we are, I got it. Okay, that's this pipe out. So we should find a copy of this, but in hard pipe somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's going to be this one because of A, the branding, but also it kind of, let me get this lined up, went like this, so like that. So yeah, that's going to be okay. So we are going to have to start fitting the, well, we can fit the Jubilees on this end now. So I'm going to put the HKS on here first. I think that will be easier to fit like this. So I've got a Jubilee clip in there now, but I'm not going to do it up. I'll put this second one on there now as well, I guess. This is where the fun really starts, because I now need to get it all fitted with the silicone pipes on, and that's just going to be an absolute pain. Probably what I could do is just a little bit of fairy liquid or something to help slide these pipes onto each other, but I don't really want to use lube unless I have to. Okay. Oh, let's not forget these Jubilee clips. Okay, I think I've got it. So I wonder if it would be easier to put it on this end first, the plenum side first. Yes, I think the answer is. Whew. Okay, that is on. So we should have 2 Jubilee clips come up the top here. There's 1 Jubilee clip. Now I know I've got an extra long bit on here, but it's what I needed to get down to the other clip a minute ago, so I haven't changed it. I just want to make sure that we are on properly at the bottom as well. Looks like we are. That's good, it's not catching anything, so I think that will be okay. So let's get this one done up at the top here. Now I have orientated the HKS logo nicely so everyone can see. Okay, so it's just this one last piece here. Okay, so I'll bring you in for a closer look. Here is the top section pipe, so that's what we've just fitted. Here it goes down into here, and that drops underneath to this section, which is part of the return recycle, and then comes into another pipe here, which I've left loose for now because we're going to have to orientate that once we get the intercooler in. So next we're going to make a start on the other side, but before we do that I think we need to rip out the airbox a little bit more, so I'm going to get to doing that first. Okay, so the next, it looks like the next piece to remove is probably this piece. It looks like it's a hard pipe through the actual bumper again. So we've got the lower pipe, so it's just this rubber pipe here. So I wonder if I can get that out without taking the airbox off. It'd be nice if I could. I mean, there's plenty of movement on this, so I might give it a go, you know. I might give it a go. It would be nice to keep this, however, to see what we do with that. So again, it's just a case of removing Jubilee clips, which Well, that was easy. Which, you know, that means it's going to be a pain to refit, don't you? That's sod's law for you. Okay, that's another pipe off. So, at least this is a fairly easy to get to section here. So, I'm wondering, probably I'm going to do the same, where I'm going to put the silicone coupler on this front piece first. The HKS orientated nicely upwards. Then I'll probably put this one on. Okay, hopefully I didn't lose any recording. My phone ran out of space. I've just freed it up. So yeah, I've attached this top coupler. Let me get rid of that bit off my glove. Don't want that falling in there. So I've removed the pipe. I put the top coupler on. I'm going to put the bottom coupler on because I think that makes it easier. Now, we need to get some jubilees on there so I don't forget. And they stack up quite nicely on this bottom one, so they're out of the way. So now this pipe goes in here. Let's see if I can wiggle that in. I need to roll this silicone coupler up and over. Okay, how about we do the top first and then the bottom? Will that make any difference? Because it's such a short piece, it's quite difficult to kind of get any free slack on it. But I think I might have just got it. There we go. There we go. That's in. So I think it just needs rotating to the correct orientation. Okay, that was a mission in itself. I've got it on there now. Like I said, that was definitely the hardest one, even though it was the shortest. Certainly was the hardest to get on there. Getting it all kind of lined up. We're on there now, so let's get all these jubilees nipped up. So here we are, all installed, the hard pipe kit. Yeah, we've got the top one, so from the turbo outlet, it comes into the top here. It goes through into the bumper, and then the underside one I do need to fit. That just fits up into this coupling at the back here. I don't know if you can see that. And then that comes through here, and then it comes through the intercooler, up into this one, through the wall, up into the plenum. So I just need to get this lower passenger side one fitted now. Yeah, and then we're good to put the intercooler in. So I am kind of running out of time today, so I think I'll probably get this pipe fitted and then I'll look to do the intercooler another day, just because that's going to take a little bit of time. Now, I looked at the instructions for that and I believe it says that I may have to trim some of the bumper away, but then I've also read other places that you don't need to trim the bumper away, so I'm going to cross that bridge when we get to it. So I'm going to get this bottom pipe on, and then we can look to get the intercooler fitting. Okay, so the last pipe to be fitted. So I'm going to again loose fit this because I don't know exactly where it's going to need to sit. So we can get this lower coupler on first. And then it's just a case of this lower piping, which threads up through here by the looks of it. Does it? Yes, it does. And I can't see myself now. So I don't know exactly where it needs to sit. So for now, it's just going to be loose like that. And yeah, I'll obviously clamp it up when it needs to be clamped. Okay guys, it is a few days later. We've got the intercooler pipework fitted. So now the next thing to do is get the intercooler in, I guess. We're gonna crack on with this. I wanna get it done today. So yeah, let's get in there. So I don't know if you remember when we removed the old intercooler, there was two lower brackets that sat here and one the other side. So they had these rubber bushes. These were actually in pretty good nick, but I've got replacements anyway. But the top ones, which are here, as you can see, the top ones were pretty shagged, to be honest. So I have got new ones. Let's see, this one is for the lower mount, and this one is for the upper mount. So let's get these bushes in, and then we can start thinking about getting the intercooler in. Now I have been and done, while I've had a bit of downtime waiting for these parts to come in, I have done a little bit of rust prevention and rust treatment, so hopefully that's going to be pretty good for a fair while. I don't plan to have this front off again for a while. So yeah, let's get that intercooler in now. So first things first, let's get these upper rubbers in place. There is one, and then when we fit the intercooler, we will then fit, let me get this right, like this, I believe, like that. He goes in there, I think, and then the intercooler goes on. So let's just clean up these brackets a little bit, just make them a bit nicer to install. So what's next? I think get the intercooler in. So let's find the intercooler. Where did I put it? Oh, I think I'm in. Now, I'm going to do a bit of juggling here. Okay, let's get a nut on there. Right, that's not going anywhere. Another nut this side. Right. That is the bottom, kind of supported. So now that gives me time to play with the top end here. That is a bloody tight fit, I tell you that. But I don't appear to have damaged any of the fins. So I'm going to say that's a win. Okay, so with the intercooler in, the next job to do is finally get these intercooler pipes on. Now, I did leave these loose. I didn't actually put the Jubilee clips on them yet, so that should hopefully make things just a little bit easier. Okay. Okay. I think that's on. Whew. So I just need to shimmy the silicone parts into the right place. Okay, that's one pipe in. Now off to the other side. Let's see how easy this side will be to get in. With the other clamps now secured, these are the last two clamps to go on. Okay, perfect. So that's everything back together. Intercooler pipes on, intercooler in. So now it's going to be a case of refitting the headlight, refitting the bumper. Yeah, and I think it's finished. So I'm going to crack on and speed run this next bit. So hopefully the next clip you'll see is it all back together. Finally, we've got it back together. Kind of. I couldn't wait, basically. I want to show you guys now. Unfortunately, I've run out of time today, but it's pretty much there. There's just a couple of screws I need to fit and the inner wheel arch guards I need to fit. Other than that, it's finished. Let's have a look. How good does this look, guys? Oh, I'm so pleased with that. That looks amazing. Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit of snow and it's snowing quite heavy at the moment, so definitely not having the GTR out anytime soon. But yeah, look at that. I don't know how well the Nismo logo is coming up on the camera, but it looks really good in person. It kind of gets a little bit disrupted by the mesh guards or mesh kind of covers, so I don't know. I think I do want to keep the mesh though, just to keep it protected. But yeah, man, that looks so good. And the headlights look amazing. Yeah, oh, so happy with that. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. It's snowing and I want to go to bed. So anyway, thanks for watching guys. Give it a thumbs up if you like that, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.